zombie apocalypse time with Mutant Fortress. Mutant Fortress is a 1989 game from Players Premier. You know, the label that always says no to re-releases, mainly because I guess they can't afford any re-releases to release. You take on the role of Brad, a post-apocalyptic truck driver, an all-round hard guy. Evil mutants have stolen the only thing you really care about, your truck, and now you're well hacked off. You won't rest until you've reclaimed your property. Although the inlay refers to a C64 version, there is in fact only a CPC and Spectrum version. And we will start off on the Specky. And we do get some 128K music, so that means we're off to a good start. And yes, it's a multi-load. It's a multi-load on a budget game. And there you are, you're Brad. And, well, you can basically see what this game is. It's a run and gun. A horizontally scrolling run and gun where you shoot seagulls, apparently, and zombies and dinosaurs. Very badly drawn and animated zombies and dinosaurs. I mean, animated is a bit strong in some cases. Well, they move, and there are sometimes as many as 2 frames of animation. The graph down the bottom depicts your life force, radiation level, because it is a zombie apocalypse, of course, so there's radiation, and how much ammunition you have. Onto the Amstrad. Level 1, the Mutant Forest, or just Forest. And, well, it was going to go one of 2 ways, wasn't it? It was either going to be a proper CPC game or a very slow spectrum conversion. And what we got is a very slow spectrum conversion. Quite why mutant seagulls have anything to do with this, I don't know, but we seem to be shooting rather a lot of them. Oh, no, that one touched me there. Who drew these graphics? These zombie graphics are quite something. And the mutant dinosaurs that come out of the ponds. They will just keep on spawning. Back to the Specky. I do currently have a power-up. The normal bullets only will take 1 hit to kill the baddies, but don't pass through them. The power-up weapons do pass through all the baddies on the screen. Amstrad version. And if you want to go away and kind of do something else now, then really this is about as much as you're going to see in the game. Well, the end of level baddies, which are quite something. It's a dinosaur. I think it's a dinosaur. Is it the Merca from Warriors of the Deep? Except I can't actually move. I'm rooted to the spot. I can turn left and turn right and jump, but I cannot move whilst the code struggles to do all this work to get the dinosaur on the screen. You get between level screen there, and we're off to the wasteland. With it's a multi-load. You'll be loading level 2. I mean, this is the most astonishing multi-load I think I've ever seen. What's it loading? How is it filling up the memory? How is it this badly optimised? The Spectrum Amstrad can contain games like, I don't know, Starglider, Elite, Driller, Castle Master, all within the 64K, and yet Mutant Fortress can only contain 1 level, and there's not even any music while you're playing. Oh, this must be... I mean, it's functional, playing it like this, right? It goes along okay here, and there's the end of level baddie for level 2. It's a tank, and you just have to time your jumps to jump over its bullets, which I'm not really doing here. Just need to shoot it lots. And there you go, between level screen there again, sitting there with my big weapon, wasting more memory on a criminally poorly coded game. And this is level 3, which is some kind of grey hell. Oh. There's no... I say this so often, there's no reason why these CPC sprites couldn't have more colours in them. But that would have been effort. And for 48k owners, this is what it looks like on your system. it is just as offensively poor. Bafflingly, Crash gave the game 81% and said the game had a high quality of graphics and sound with a Brill 128K tune, and all the backgrounds, mutants and the big green truck have been excellently drawn. Did they play the same game? Players Premier have got themselves another winner, 81%. Incidentally, they managed to publish the wrong screenshot in the review. I assume that kind of care and attention to detail was replicated when they played the game. 81%! 81%! On the previous page as well, they give Postman Pat 62% and Hypersports 78%. Oh, did players buy a lot of advertising this month or something? Back on the +2 where I've got a power-up. This is about the most fun the game gets when you've got one of these power-ups that just rips through all the baddies. It's a bit like when you got the flamethrower in Green Beret. Back to the Amstrad. There's nothing to see here. It's... watch out for these things on the ground, because if they grab you, then you just stand there kind of shuddering. And you can't always see them against the background because, you know, everything's just two colours. It's quite a nice post-apocalyptic landscape as you battle through here to get your truck back. But is that my truck? Is that my truck? There's the guy who's kidnapped my truck. He's got a big knife. That's instantly a 12 for knife play now, isn't it? And I can't move. So I need to beat this guy up. He doesn't do me any damage. Well, he walks past and my health drops down a bit, but he never actually attacks me. So all I need to do is shoot him. But I've run out of ammunition. So I die. Let's try that again, shall we? Now I've got some ammunition. But I'm rooted to the spot. I can just go left or right and jump, and that's it. And it's hardly the big end of game baddie, isn't it? Because he doesn't even fire back. Game completed. And there's my truck. Mutant Fortress. Well, first of all, I'd like to say C64 owners here have got off pretty lightly by the game never actually being released on their system, despite what the instructions say. It does function as a game. I'll give it that. You go from left to right. You shoot baddies. There's only ever 2 types of baddies on each level, and they're all extremely poorly animated, as long as we don't count the seagulls, which are actually better animated. But are they baddies? I don't know. You still have to shoot them though. So from the point of a budget game, no, it's not offensively poor, although the multi-load is absolutely mind-bogglingly baffling. Is this the most unnecessary multi-load of all time? I can't think of another one that such a nothing game with nothing going on that suddenly fills the entire memory of your Spectrum or Amstrad to such an extent that it needs to load level 2, which basically is the same as the previous level with a few different graphics and baddies and different colours. It's just, it blows my mind. It doesn't even got any music where you play. The Amstrad version is appallingly slow, and zero effort has been put into porting it. So what you've got is an already dull and pedestrian game, and you've just made it worse. Okay, so it's a budget game, and shall we be kind and call players a second-tier budget house? So you can't be expecting much, but just a little bit more, because you've got an engine here that kind of works. Just a bit more effort, compress that code down, do it all in one load, few more baddies, animate it all a bit better, but sadly not. Players always made a big thing about not doing re-releases. Their games were original. The problem is, when you put out dross like this is exactly why re-releases from people like the Hit Squad put companies like Players out of business.